What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Emperor TV, and today I will be reviewing another episode of Bad Boys Dominican Republic, episode 6. So, BGC is back, y'all. Bad Girls Club. Noel is throwing Cozy's bed in the pool because he got left at home and wanted to go to the club. Lynx is clowning, dancing all on the mattress that Noel done threw in the pool. And Cozy is getting ready to fight. With Noel being the bigger person versus Cozy, obviously it looks like Noel got the bigger advantage. And I almost forgot y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Okay? Y'all like the new look. Decide to go with black. But yeah, Noel and Cozy are fighting. And like I said, Noel looked like he got the advantage. Noel is saying he scored 2 points during the basketball playing, which they played last episode, and Cozy ended up winning MVP to decide who he want to go out with the club with, and he didn't choose Noel. That's why Noel threw his mattress out. And to be honest, y'all have got to let go of this bad and bougie song with the Migos go. Like, this is like, that's like 10 years old in the making. Like, y'all have got to let that go. Okay? So, Sis Blue walks back in the house trying to figure out what happened between Noel and Cozy. And he starts talking to John. I don't know why he asked John, did you have something to do with the bed? Knowing that every time that he talks to John, John is going to want to fight him. And he asks John, did you have anything to do with it? And John instantly wants to fight. And so him and Sis Blue run their umpteenth round, their thousandth round of fighting. It's like, I honestly could not feel bad for Sis Blue or Stace Blue at all, because it's like you keep antagonizing and talking to John knowing that he is going to want to fight you. It's like you keep instigating it. That's why he keeps fighting you. And then when he does fight you, it's like, oh, he's bullying me. Oh, you need to fight somebody else. Oh, you need to do this. You're the only one that keeps talking to him. So of course he's going to want to keep fighting you. It's like every time the fight is over, Stace Blue is saying how he done got bullied by John. And mind you, Stace Blue started the whole argument in the whole fight. And then they start to talk about how their whole little rivalry this season even started with. And honestly, we really didn't get much from the clip. They really didn't show anything how the beef started. All they showing was them introducing their names. We did see a little bit of John saying, what's his name, is trying to pronounce his name, Sace or Sis, or trying to pronounce his name. And it, like I said, that really didn't tell us anything how the beef really started. And so they still trying to talk. And at this point, I just feel like they're talking in circles because everybody keeps talking over each other. John trying to explain the situation with Sace, but everybody keeps talking over. And then Pootie is just yelling because he irritated. And to be honest, I was irritated myself watching because y'all just need to fight at this point, because it's just a combative situation. Y'all arguing here and y'all arguing there. It's like y'all can sit down and talk. Like, everybody on this show is an adult. And at some point y'all have to handle y'all situations like adults. Okay. So they finally separate. Lynx, I don't know how he was able to pick up John, but the way how he picked up John, like it was nothing. I know John is heavy because John is, bodybuilder type. I don't know how he picked him up, but he picked him up, and I knew John was heavy. So the boys are in the room chilling, talking about who should get the bad boys chain. They like in the bedroom or whatever, like chilling or relaxing. And Island Boy tells Landon about how Pootie and John have been interacting, basically, flirting with each other. And I've seen this like throughout the internet, TikTok, of John and Pootie, how people are trying to like say like, oh, they got something going on, or they've been flirting or whatever. And mind you, we don't really know what happens in that house. We don't know what's going on between these boys. Not saying that the allegations are true, or even if they are allegations are true or false. But like I said, we don't know. So Island Boy tells Landon that, and Landon's basically saying he already done peep game, with the lovey-dovey claims. And Landon wanted to address it on his time. And so Landon talks to Pootie, and then Pootie asks John, you think I was flirting with you? And John says no. Like, John is just literally chilling on the couch. And mind you, I feel like John and Pootie, it's just, they respect each other. It is honestly like a brotherly type thing, to be completely honest with you. I don't really think it's very much flirting, even though it does kind of look, not even kind of look, but they just, I don't know, just on some brother type shit. They live together, so in the time being while they're in this house, but I don't think that's what it is. And John is just chilling, like, calmly, like, no, denying the claims. So, moving on, the sun is shining. Check is trying to roll up a blunt, trying to have a relaxful day. He already know it ain't gonna be no relaxing day. So, Stace asks Corey why he keep going back and forth with Lynx. So they show the audition clips of Lynx and Corey fighting. Corey pulled out Lynx dreads at the audition in California. And Corey says he's tired. Corey is saying he's tired of fighting Lynx. They both injured. In all honesty, y'all should be tired of fighting. Like, mind you, these people are on these TV shows fighting, got finger braces on, hands wrapped. I mean, I'll be tired of fighting overall. Like, I'll just have to sit down, chill, talk my ish, and just watch everything. Because at some point, you have one minor injury. It's going to go from a brace on your finger to your whole body. You're going to need a cast. Like, it's just too much sometimes. Like, y'all be fighting literally to the death sometimes. Like, chill. Okay. So Corey has like flour in his pocket. I don't even know why he has flour in his pocket, considering, I don't know. It's hot and sweaty, and with flour, you mix it with anything liquid, it's going to turn into sticky dough. That was just a terrible idea. Yeah, he using it as a defense mechanism, which is stupid. And Noelle is also there, and Stacey's in his interview is saying Noelle should have never took the mattress to begin with. And honestly, I kind of agree with that. Because when they did go out, it didn't seem like a problem, when they ditched you. But now, I guess it's the next day, maybe production done got in your head, we don't know, and told you that you got to put his mattress in the pool. It's just crazy. It's just honestly craziness. And yeah, Say says if it wasn't a problem, then why? And production is petty with these clips. While Corey is asking Sace if him and Jada is messing around, we literally see a clip of Jada and Sace, I don't know, doing stuff. They're not messing around, y'all. They doing something, clowning around, if anything, horse playing. Then Lynx comes with a tray of soggy cereal, like a breakfast tray. And everybody is moving out the way. He's saying, why y'all moving out the way? Nigga, it's clearly you came on here on some BS. If I was there, I'd be moving out the way too. I don't know what you got going. You could have... Child. So, he come in here with some soggy cereal. And then he says he just want to talk. Lies. And Lynx is funny in his interview. Says he called him a bee, so he treated him like a bee and brought some breakfast for him. Like a bee. Like he was his bee. So Lynx throws the cereal on Corey. Corey gets up. Don't know if his plan of keeping that flour in his pocket really worked. It probably was turned into dough also in his pocket, but in the little show, in the scene, it looked like he got some of it out, but you could tell it obviously wasn't effective. Terrible idea. This episode, this episode is so BDC coded. Noelle with the mattress and Leek serving Corey breakfast. So, in all honesty, Check is too calm and too sane, to be honest, in this environment, and I feel like it's playing with him mentally, almost like Ant, like I was messing with his brain mentally. Corey is crashing out, and the security guard had me crying because he literally let freaking Corey go and was like, you know what, let him crash out. That was funny. This whole episode was a kiki, and I was laughing the whole time because then they go back. Corey and Lynx are fighting again, and Lynx damn near them fell in the pool. Security right there. Lynx damn near trying to bob and weave. Mind you, both of these boys are injured. Lynx's hand is injured. Corey's hand is injured. So they both over there fighting with two injured hands. Oh, man. And then after all of that, nobody won. Corey gonna ask how the fight look. It looked a hot mess, a hot rotisserie mess, if you ask me. That's how the fight looked. The fight looked at all unnecessary, unorganized. It looked messed up and a hot mess. It just looked like some BS. Y'all both over there fighting with injuries. Y'all both need to sit down. None of y'all are equipped to fight with y'all injuries. Y'all need to be on injury reserve. So Corey's shirt is ripped, and all Noelle asks Corey is he gonna need that again? And then Corey answers, perhaps. Perhaps. And both of these boys, Lynx and Corey, are characters. And Haute Couture is diabolical. I've never heard of somebody Haute Couture, because Corey got his shirt ripped, Lynx ripped Corey's shirt, and then he got in there to call it Haute Couture. Haute Couture. Characters. And Lisa's still talking about these dreads, 40 nights and 40 days for 40 of his dreads that got ripped out at the auditions. Mind you, Lynx and Corey are both two characters. That has to be the funniest, most entertaining rivalry of this season. So the other boys are in the living room talking, the club, and the OGs around him. Island asks Cozy about the bed and is he going to run that again with Noelle over the bed situation? Damn. Cozy says, call him down, and the boys are like, Noelle! You know, messy, calling him down. So Noelle comes down, and him and Cozy fight again. Landon is saying, during the fight, this is not football. You know, because Cozy was fighting with his head and looking like he was trying to tackle Noelle. And mind you, Noelle is taller than Cozy, so he kind of is having the advantage. And that's why Cozy need to keep his head up so he can see Noelle's attacks. You know? Especially with him being a little bit shorter than Noelle. So Jada tells Noelle, you didn't have that same energy tonight, so why now? And Noelle is saying, well, I had to think about it. You know, I had to think about it or whatever. And he didn't consider it. And, you know, he was the only one that also wasn't injured like the others. And then Shawty comes back to the house saying he won't land it in Pootie's head. And also we have an OG, a veteran, Ara from season 2 of Bad Boys Texas. And Ara literally came in there with a bang. But before that, Shawty says Landon and Pootie jumped him, and instantly Ara had me dial-up. Oh, I'm effing them up. He came in there hot and ready and literally ready to bang. Big Banger came in there ready to bang. Instantly, I'm fucking them up. And Island Boy is so extra with this braid in his interview. It was funny as well, too. But it was like, what are you holding? And then you spraying this braid. Calling Ara Roach. Then Pootie gets up. And literally, it was like a crash. Like a crash. Ira and Shawty walk into the house. Pootie gets up. And Ira, as he's going towards Pootie, he swings and Pootie's whole head went to the side. And everybody is just shocked. Everybody like, and me too, I was like, and then they kept replaying it like crazy. And Link's expression was mine. I was shocked. And then there was blood on the floor. Whew, child. Pootie jaw is broken and blood is dripping everywhere. Then Shawty and Landon fight. You know, this fight, it's kind of like, they kind of are like on the same level when it comes to, now that's a good even match, Landon versus Shawty. I don't know who really won it. It was kind of like a real, yeah. And Ira's calling out Landon, which, in all honesty, where was Landon? To be real with you, Pootie done got injured. And mind you, you fighting Shawty. Shawty didn't break Pootie's jaw. Ira broke Pootie's jaw. So why you coming at Shawty and not Ira? What's going on with you, Landon? He broke your man's jaw. You need to get on that. Yeah. So as he was calling him out, Ira held his own. Even Island Boy runs up on Ira, and Ira, you know, is holding his own against Island Boy, even though Island Boy is taller. Jada's confessional or interview says, well, Island Boy and Ira, Island Boy is an Alpha Tower, and Ira is like Alpha Tower versus Pizza. This episode was a whole key, y'all. And Lynx is funny. Then Ira is going down his list of fights. Sace Blue, I guess, because he cool with Jonathan. Don't really know where that came from with Ira and Jonathan, Ira and Sace fighting. Didn't really know where that came from. And whew, Lord, this was an episode. Whew. Landon versus Shawty again. This whole episode was funny. And I literally put that in my notes. This whole episode was funny. And Lynx checks on Cozy talking about Banger. And yeah, it pretty much was self-explanatory in itself why he's called a bit Banger. So everything is calming down. Then Pootie tries to attack Shawty, even with his injury. You know, jaw broken, face, like, I wouldn't be trying to run up on nobody after all of that. Like, that just looked like it hurt, to be honest with you. And Landon goes and check on Pootie and said Ira had something in his hand. I don't think Ira had something in his hand. And that's something about y'all now that's TV folks. When y'all get injured, y'all claim somebody done used something on y'all. Ira did not use anything while hitting Pootie. That was full force. Y'all are in y'all early 20s and Pootie is well in his 30s. That was nothing but force. Y'all little boys compared to that. That's a grown man. I don't think no weapons was used, just force. So Jada's interviews and one-liners are lethal. And once Paris hears that Ira wanted to run up on him, he was going to sneak him. And that's when Ira is just sitting there talking. And low-key, they was picking and choosing because it was like, who want to get... Ira was like, who want to get effed up next? And then they like, oh, you got to fight this. No. Ira was right. Who want to get effed up next? Ira came in and showed out this whole episode. Ira is what was needed. Especially at the last episode. It was the 2-on-2 y'all wanted, right? Right. Okay. So then Paris runs up on Ira. And then we have another brawl next week. Next week is definitely going down. And y'all please tell me what's going on with Check. Check is literally checked out mentally by saying he can see the future. And I don't even know what is going on with him. So that pretty much wraps up my Bad Boys episode 6 review. Please like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on all social media. Instagram, Derek_Emperor. And I will see y'all later next week for episode 7 review. Bye.